Beautiful, beautiful afternoon in the city of Dallas. So, how we doing? Let me know how we doing. Let me know once you pop up. Please let me know where you are watching this conversation from. And we're talking to Africans in diaspora today. Africans in diaspora. Good to see all of us. I hope that we're doing well. Let me check the page, which is the YouTube page. Let me see what's going on at that side. Africans in diaspora were talking about how, things don't have to be perfect, things don't have to just be what you think, we don't have to pretend or hide or anything. Let me see what's going on. Okay, we're good. We're good. Cool. So let me know if you can see and hear me where you're watching this conversation from. I see awesome people joining. Just drop your country. Where exactly are you watching this conversation from? And it's a conversation for Africans in diaspora where we're saying that things don't have to be perfect, things don't have to be okay. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going to take it one day at a time and remind ourselves that, what? We came here for a reason and we are going to get the best use of why we're here. So talk to me in the comment section where you're watching from. I see Yinka in the house. She's watching from the UK. Please represent the country you're watching from. And if you have any friend that you know that should be here, please share this link with them. If you know any friend in diaspora that should be here, because some people are troubled, they're tired, they're depressed, they're anxious, they are looking for COS, they're looking for sponsorship, they're looking for green card. Some people have issues with their partners or spouses or children. Whatever it is, if you have friends abroad who are Africans, please share this link with them. Let them know that the conversation is live, and they should be listening to us so that they can ask us questions. There's somebody representing the Republic of Ireland. Good to see you. Please share this with your friends. I would also be sharing with my followers now, and then we will dive into the conversation. So please share this. Let's just share this link with anybody that we know that should be here, especially Africans in diaspora, because it can be lonely. People experience a loneliness also. Some people are unhappy. People are going through stuff. Like, it's not easy to uproot yourself from where you started your life and you laid the foundation of your life to go somewhere, to restart. So I want to have the conversation with as many people as possible that should be listening to today's conversation, because people are going through stuff. Like, they are going through a lot of things. They are going through a lot of things, especially Africans in diaspora. And I just want to have that conversation with them. So give me 30 seconds and we'll dive right in. So our village meeting is live. I'm just telling people who should be here also. People who requested for this meeting actually and said, let's do stuff, let's do this, let's do this. So for all my early arrivals, thank you so much for showing up early. I want us to talk about, what's been going on with us in the countries that we're in. I mean, the US, UK is in the house, Ireland is in the house, and then other people also are here. So if you haven't represented the country that you are supposed to mention, please let me know what country you are representing. That's number one. Number two is I came here to encourage us to say that the moment we chose to leave our countries, the African countries that we left, to move to another place, what we're trying to say is that there will be a period of silence, and sometimes it may be a period where we're not used to that level of silence. So there's Kata in the house. Good to see you, Richie. Once you move abroad, one of the things that you have to put your mind towards is the fact that there may be a period of silence. It's like a period where you are in the wilderness. And it's not that things are going terribly wrong for you. It's the fact that it's the beginning of your cultivation. It's the fact that you have to say the truth to yourself that, okay, I came from somewhere and I was a giant where I was. I will be a giant where I am. But one of the things I may have to live with is that there may be a period of silence and a period that looks like I'm treading the wilderness. And this period doesn't mean you are not successful. It's your period of social intelligence. It's your period of studying the landscape, the culture, the belief system, the habit of a new country. It's the period where you are trying to begin to earn in the currency of the country that you chose to migrate to. Sometimes this period may last for a couple of months, sometimes it may last for a couple of years, but I need us to understand because sometimes we leave our African countries and then show up wherever we are, and then we become depressed because back in Nigeria, it was easy to be served by your house assistant, your security, your driving executive. It was easy at your beck and call. People could do things for you. But now you're abroad is a new reality entirely. You have uprooted yourself from stability. You've uprooted your citizenship from somewhere to move somewhere else. And whether you like it or not, there will be a period of silence. There would be that wilderness time where you need to adjust to the requirement of your new country. Because people show up somewhere, and then I've seen people where they landed in another country, and then the first thing they went to buy a 2025, for example, car. And then you're wondering why. And then they begin to live large. The way they lived in Nigeria, they want to live here. It's not a problem if you can comfortably and conveniently afford it, but it's a problem if you begin to bring your big manism to a country that requires the bare minimum from you. Nobody cares what kind of car you drive in the US, for example. Nobody cares where you live. We don't even have the time to visit you. So why are you getting into debt when all you want to do is I better pass my neighbor? We don't care. Like we just want to be sure that you are okay. And then sometimes people do these things just because they want it to look like they have arrived. And sometimes people get to these countries and they're not necessarily conscious of the price they have to pay. One of the prices you have to pay when you get into a new country is that wilderness and silence period. The second price is aloneness. When I say aloneness, it would be the fact that you are no longer close to your friends and probably family. They may not be at your beck and call like before. And it's part of the price you have to pay for greatness. One of the prices I had to pay to become who I have become in the US and still striving to become is the fact that I spent about 8 months at the military barracks. I had my green card. You must have a green card before you join the military. I had my green card. And then the next thing was to wait for 5 years to get my citizenship. But I didn't want to wait for 5 years. And secondly, I wanted to understand the American culture. And I was told that, okay, go join the military. You will see America in the military. And I did. And of course, I got my US passport 2 months after I joined the military. But remember that I had a green card before then. You cannot join the military without a green card. But it was part of the price I had to pay. Did I like it? No. I was sleeping on bunks. It was like secondary school, like I was in the boarding house. And then I went to boarding house for 6 years. So imagine me at age 9 to 15, and then I'm doing that at age 39, crossing to 40. I actually celebrated my 40th birthday at the camp. It was part of the price I had to pay. It was a crazy price, but I had to pay it because of everything else I needed to do that warranted that I had a US passport to execute and get it done. So while you are abroad, there are some things you may have to do that on a normal day you may not do in Nigeria. But the truth is, you have to understand and study the landscape of the country you're in. You are going to be alone, not because you're a terrible person, but because all your friends may not be in the country where you're in. Your family members may not be there. And then there may be the time zone and the time difference. You are going to be alone. It's part of the reality. The second thing is you may have to do some jobs that on a normal day you may not have done where you came from. Sometimes people have to do some jobs that they are ashamed to tell other people about. As long as it's paying your bills, get it done. Nobody genuinely needs to know what you're doing for a living. If they're not your friends and family members, we don't need to know, to be fair. If you want to share it, good, but there's nothing to be ashamed about. Ironically, I have so many wealthy friends in the US who do Uber. Why do they do Uber? They said to me, they are bored. They are bored at home. Some are even married. But some of them close from work at about 3 o'clock. They own houses actually. In fact, one of them that does Uber owns 6 houses. He said, by the time I get home, it's 3 p.m. My wife is also back at home. My children are in college. It's just the two of us. And then sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I want to talk to people I don't know, talk to strangers. I drive out for 2, 3 hours. The money doesn't make sense, but I'm meeting people. In fact, there was a time he met two tech founders and they were able to strike deals. He's not broke nothing. He's doing it. And then he said to me, if you're bored, find something to do. Now, some people can say, Ubake, God forbid. But the truth about the matter is there's nothing about God forbid. People have met their spouses doing stuff. People have met friends doing stuff. We have to be very real with ourselves. If something requires that you do it to be able to meet people, talk to people, sort your bills, whatever, do it and keep your mouth shut. Nobody needs to know. Because sometimes I come on social media, I see people switch on ring lights and then they're crying about how depressed they are, how unhappy they are. And then I understand. But the truth is, other people migrate from other countries. They don't switch on their ring lights and cry. Indians migrate. People from other countries migrate. I've met Indians here. I've met Ghanaians here. I've met so many people in this country, but I've never seen them switch on their lights and begin to cry and say, oh, abroad is this, abroad is that, abroad is this, abroad is that. The truth about the matter is, if you are not planning to go back to the country you left, then you have to adjust. Social intelligence, you have to adjust. Like you have to say to yourself, in the next 2 to 5 years, this is the price I have to pay. You are not going to be putting on ring lights and be saying, oh, I'm so depressed in Canada. Before you left for Canada, we all know, and we still know, that Canada is a freaking cold country. Like, it is always cold. I don't know how they live there. And when a country is cold, it means that most of the time you may be indoors because of how cold it is. And if you don't have your family, then you will have to be indoors with yourself. And you being indoors with yourself means that your communication, whatever, will most likely be online or virtual with your friends, with your family, social media, whatever. And then if you're not in the virtual space, FaceTiming people, WhatsApping people, you are going to be alone. And it's part of the price we have to pay. Yes, you can cry, but truthfully, we don't want to see it because it is the cost. It is the cost of that passport. It is the cost of the master's degree. It is the cost of the PhD. It is the cost of relocating. Like, we cannot uproot ourselves from where we left and just show up in another country and we just go accelerating, press and play. There's that silence period. There's that wilderness period, that period where we must recalibrate. That period where things may look slow and it doesn't mean it will not be fast again. That period where you may be separated from your spouse. You may be separated from your children. That period where you may be going back to school. You know, all of us left somewhere for a reason, and we just need to focus on that reason. There is a price to pay for relocation. There is the silence period, the wilderness period, the aloneness and loneliness period, but you have to go through all of those things. And while you're abroad, it is also very important for you to join communities, virtual communities. For example, there's a church that I attend in Dallas. It's a white church, meaning about 97% of them are white, about 3% of us are black. And then for the first time, I joined a community, running community, and I'm going to have my first run with them on Saturday. Why did I join? Number one, I like to run. Number two, I wanted like running mates so that I would be accountable and, you know, keep enjoying my life while running. And I'm just like, you know what, let me find a running community to join. And this is me intentionally meeting other people. It's still cold in Dallas, but then I'm asking myself, would I rather sit at home or would I rather meet 5, 10, 15, 20 other cool people who like Jesus? Now, before then, I joined an online community where I was also meeting people. So you may be at home, you may be working from home, but there's so many professional communities that you can join. Go on Google and ask professional communities in Canada, in the UK, professional communities near me, communities that like Jesus near me. Go on Facebook, there are different communities there. And then you may find one or two people that live outside or within your area or something, and you may just click or bond. Let me tell you something. We can't be crying or keep crying when we can do something about it. Once you're abroad, you must extend your capacity. I'll give you another practical example. Last week on LinkedIn, I posted something. A lady who is very known on LinkedIn, I've known her for years. Dupe, that's her first name, Akison Senwon. I don't know how to pronounce it, but something in that direction. Dupe Akisenwon, I think. And then I posted, Dupe came online and commented under my post. I just said, I just appreciated what she said under my LinkedIn comment and then said, oh, we should officially meet because, of course, I've known her. She's known me. She's cool. I'm a good person. And then she was like, oh, let's jump on it. We got on DM. Bottom line, we had a Zoom conversation for about an hour. And then I said to her, I'll be in the UK pretty soon. She was like, oh, where are you coming to? I told her, she was like, oh, I'm just an hour away from there. Let's meet up. It's simple. So if you are abroad, instead of saying you are alone and lonely, extend yourself to meet other good people. There's a lady watching me here now, Richie. She lives in Qatar. I remember when I was going to Qatar in November, I'd posted something on my Instagram page to say that, oh, if anybody who follows me lives in Qatar, please let me know. And then she sent me a DM that, oh, she lives in Qatar. I told her where I was going to be. We hung out. For a whole day, we were together. In fact, earlier today, she was having a YouTube, whatever. I jumped on it also. Why am I giving these examples? Because if you don't show up to be friendly, you are just going to complain about boredom, aloneness, when there's so many awesome people passing through your country every time. For example, if somebody needs a tour guide in Qatar, I'm going to recommend Richie. If I go there the next time and she's there, I would also see her. So if you're abroad, things don't have to be okay or all right. We have to work with what we have every day. We have to work with what we have every day. Because if we don't work with what we have every day, we're just going to complain and cry. If all you can do abroad now is to deliver stuff, deliver food, ride a bicycle if you're in the US, UK, or if you're in the US, do Uber, anything that pays your bill, get it done first. We haven't forgotten who you are. You are the I am that I am. You are the mighty man of valor. Anything that pays your bill, do it. One of the places that I resume to work 3 days a month is 5 hours away from my house in Dallas. The truth is, whatever they pay me for that 3 days a month is not up to what I would earn sitting in my office. But you know why I drive there? I drive there because anytime I go there, I meet with at least 120 people. That is me in a community, talking to different people, different races, receiving data, just enjoying 120 people. The money they pay me, I will conveniently just make it in my office. But I drive down 3 days. I sleep at a hotel. It's a 5-hour drive, sleep at a hotel for the 3 days, and then just meet awesome people and drive back home. In fact, they actually told me that, oh, should we move you closer to your house? And at the back of my mind, I'm like, I still want to connect with these awesome people. So don't move me yet. I'll tell you when I want to move. So sometimes you would have to go the extra mile to make yourself feel better, feel good, and be more comfortable. The moment you got abroad, let your mind be on the reason why you're there. If it's your master's degree, get it done. Be the best that you can. Give yourself the best. If it's your PhD, give yourself the best. If you went there with his partner, whatever, just ensure that your eyes are on the goal. There'll be times you're going to cry. While I was at the barracks, I cried. Like I was living like I was a secondary school 10-year-old student. successful. I had my money. Like, I'm okay. I'm not here for money or whatever. No, I just wanted my passport. Instead of waiting for 5 years, I needed my passport so that I could do everything I wanted to come and do in the US. I got my passport in 2 months, but then there's a price to pay for the passport. And then people see me or whatever, but they don't know that, oh, at every point in time, there's a price to pay, period of wilderness, period of silence. If this is making sense to you, let me know. And if you have questions, please drop it in the chat room. Is this making sense to you? Because I need us to know that you're not alone. All of us that migrated, we are relearning the skills, we are relearning the culture, relearning the habits. We're having conversations. I have a trip in May. I had to tell one of the people that I work with at my office today that I have a trip in May. And then he was like, oh, there's some documents that you have to fill when you have to travel. Now, at the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, I don't even work for you. Like, I'm just a consultant here. I'm filling documents to travel. I'm like, I bought my tickets. Like, I'm telling you out of accountability, but that's the truth. Now, some of us may not be used to telling everybody everything that, like, I'm traveling in May. I even told you now. And then I still have to go through some process. And then my trip has nothing to do with you. But that's the truth because I do different things. And then I have to be accountable everywhere that I show up. And that's the truth. So let me know if this is making sense because I don't want us to be abroad and be depressed. I mean, making it look like, oh, we shouldn't have traveled, except you know or think that you shouldn't have traveled. But you are where you are now. And then the next thing we're going to say is, now that we're here, where do we go from here forward? Where do we go from here forward? There's no backward. Where do we go from here forward? And we cannot pretend that everything is fine. All we're going to do is take each day as it comes and live in gratitude. There's some of us that we may not even be able to eat like we used to eat in Nigeria because we can't afford it. Trust me, it's a good time to fast. It's a good time to lose weight. It's a good time to purge your gut. It's a good time to do anything that I lost weight when I was at the military. Man, my face was so fresh before I traveled. Though. My face was like glass, like my skin. Damn, it was like butter. Before I went to the military, when I came back from the military, you would have thought that my face was afflicted. My color had changed. My skin color had changed. I had pimples, blackhead. I don't even know what they call it. It's now that I'm recovering. It's now that my skin is healing. No, people say, "Hey, do you?" In fact, somebody asked me a question. Say, do you have pimples? So are you depressed? At the back of my mind, I was just looking. Man, I was on the field, though. Army fields like this for like 8 months. Do you know what it is to be on the field with weapons? Sleeping in the bush. My love, nothing is wrong with me. I went to go and join what passed my power. And I got my report card. My skin was not skinning. My skin is just healing now. And I'm just taking it one day at a time. My darling, we are going to pay the price. We're not going to be acting like everything is perfect. All of us are just doing well. We're kicking it. Take it easy with yourself. You moved from somewhere. Some of us were single, got abroad. Marriage is not working like it used to work. Maybe it wasn't working before. Now you're single. Let me tell you something. God has your back. Take you one day at a time. If all you can do is eat a meal a day, be grateful for that one meal a day and move on to the next day. We don't even need 3 meals a day anyway. Just move on to the next day. Anything you can eat, be thankful for it. When I first of all got to the US, my first car, I bought cash because I didn't want to get into the loan, credits, whatever. I'm like, I'm not interested in this web. By the time I understood the system, became an American citizen, settled into my life, it was easier for me to pick another car. But the first 2.5 years, I rocked an older car that I paid cash for. In fact, people saw it and said, Idi, you are more than this. So I back of my mind, I'm like, you can change it to G-Wagon. I could afford a better car, but there was no reason why I was going to get into another country. And the first 3 months, I'm driving a Range Rover, a G-Wagon. Why? And then I already knew that, oh, I'm going to the barracks, whatever. Why am I going to park a car in my compound for about 8 months? I'm not using it, but guess what? I'll be paying bills on it because I got it via loan. So I bought my car in cash. And then while I was at the barracks, I wasn't owing anybody. Nobody was owing me. My car was chilling. I was chilling. So when you get somewhere, there's a period of silence and a period where it looks like you're in the wilderness. I'm just here to hold your hand to say, and David encouraged himself, David encouraged herself, you are going to take it easy. Sometimes you may actually even have to live with someone, and maybe you haven't lived with someone before, and then you are squatting. I know when you're squatting, you have to do a lot of things, so that looks like you are a nanny. You may have to be sweeping, you may have to be helping them cook, you have to contribute, you will have to be polite at an extra level, because power may change hands. So, there are prices to pay. And then some of us may get somewhere, and the job we're going to start with, our bosses are younger. All my bosses at the military space were younger. In fact, I had people I was submitting to a 25, 26. And then the route I entered through the military, I entered through that route because I wasn't a citizen. So I was supposed to enter through a route where professionals with degrees enter through. So I should have come in through the route called the army officer route. That's where, when you have a degree, educated people go through. But I didn't go through the army officer route because army officers are strictly American citizens. So you can't be an officer if you are not a citizen. So I had to go through the soldier route. Like I had to go through the route where high school people go through, the soldier route, to get my citizenship first. Now I'm in the process of going back to be a lieutenant or a captain or anything. So meaning I had to unbecome to become. And that's what may happen to you in another country. You may have to unbecome to become. With my PhD, with whatever, I had to go through the route where high school students were going through because I wasn't a citizen, to get my citizenship first and then go through where I'm supposed to go through. So in the next 1 year or whatever, I would become who I'm supposed to become in the military. But I had to go through where I wasn't supposed to go through at all. I was going through where 17, 18, 19-year-olds had to go through. But that's the price for my passport. That's the price for starting my life with a green passport. And I knew that I couldn't end my life with a green passport. And I wasn't going to buy a passport. So I got my green card. First of all, you must have a green card. And then said, you know what? I need to get my passport in 2 months instead of 5 years. And I just became a soldier. I'm sharing all of this because I don't want you to see people like me and other people and think that, oh, the grass is greener, everything falls, at our beck and call. We have a trust fund, we are perfect, we are omnipotent, whatever. No, we're paying the price like you. There's a wilderness time. There's a time where you are talking to people and relating with people and doing things that on a normal day you may not be doing. Man, I remember, so usually I ship in snails from Nigeria and stuff. I just ship in, I have snails almost all through the year in my freezer. But then when I was at the barracks, there was a Nigerian restaurant not far from us. It was pretty expensive, but it was okay. I wanted to buy snails one day, and then 3 pieces was $30. I could afford it, but I had to be telling myself that this is bad behavior. How can I get 3 pieces for $30? Man, I didn't buy it. I was at that barracks for 8 months. I didn't buy snail once. Trust me, that $30, I gifted people money, plenty money, but I didn't buy the snail for myself because I was saying to myself that you will still buy snails anyway. So wait till I still ate snail before today's meeting. So wait till you buy it. But why am I giving stories like this? Is for us to know that there may be a time at home where you used to dash out snails and dash out things. But there will be a time where you are calculating. And that's the truth, where we are bounding and we are also just calculating. So take it one day at a time and ensure that every day you remind yourself to be grateful. My love, where you are today is where you're supposed to be. And I just need you to say thank you. Whether you're single or you're separated or you're divorced, whatever it is, I just need you to say thank you. As long as you have life, that's enough that you need. I just need you to say thank you. The master's degree may be tough. You may not know where your school fees is coming from. You may not know how you're going to pay your rent, whatever it is. No matter how much worry and how anxious you are, it would not pay the bill. What will pay the bill is gratitude. Gratitude furnishes you with clarity and clears your mind. And then you can think better and be able to make better decisions. Give yourself at least 5 years to settle down in the new country. Don't get to the new country and then 6 months after you think that, oh, you must arrive because other people have arrived, you have not arrived. My love, you will arrive. Announcing the arrival of flight something, something, something. You will land. Don't worry. Whether you land by 1 a.m. or you land by 11 a.m., land is land. Do you understand? You will land. Leave other people alone. No? Just leave other people to do their lives. Because this one that we're eyeing other people, me and this guy go to the UK, you now have COS, I don't have COS. My love, just take it easy. You don't know the pathway God is taking you through. Just mind your business and face what brought you there and do what you're supposed to do. I have friends who started their lives in the US. They were doing Uber driving, they did DoorDash, they did stuff. Now they own their homes, enjoying their lives, flying business class, whatever it is, just in less than 5 years. So whatever you need to do that is legal, get it done. You're going to be saying, I'm bigger than this. So my love, you have bills to pay. Bills don't understand ego. They don't understand your personality. They don't understand whether you're an introvert or extrovert. Bills are bills. Bills are bills. So I just need you to do what you are supposed to do and just face your life. In the US, I know how much I spend in the month. I can spend more than that if I want to, but intentionally, I know what I'm doing. Today, I was checking my fridge. I saw all the proteins I had. And usually I have a particular protein, which I didn't have today. And then I called, I wanted to buy the thing. They said, oh, that one something is like $50. Of course I can pay. So I now was telling myself that all these things in your fridge, do you even eat it? Why are you adding more? Are you feeding a battalion? And then I just humbled myself for it's not that deep. Let me tell you something. There's no food that is deep. You have eaten it before, you eat it again. Do you understand? If you cannot eat it today, you eat it again. I don't buy food in the US. If I have to buy food, it's maybe like less than 5% of the time I cook my meals. And it's because I naturally like to eat my food. But when I have to go and buy food, maybe I'm trying to take somebody out, whatever. I have the money to do all those things. But my love, I just check and I calculate because my children must have some money, And then once I see that, it's not really deep, I won't buy it. Some days ago, there's a particular restaurant. It's a fast food joint that I like to buy their chicken, And then sometimes I've only bought the chicken like 3 times actually, But I was like, maybe I should just go buy the chicken there. And I remember that I have chicken in my fridge now. Well, it's not that deep. Let me tell you something. There's no food that is deep. You have food at home. Be eating the food at home first. When I remember the tipping culture in America and the yeye tax that they will add to the food, I just even lose the desire to go and eat outside. Because by the time you eat maybe like $30, when you're paying about $70. And I'm like, I don't convert to Naira though, but somehow I'm not even interested in spending that kind of money at a go. On what? When I will still eat like 6 hours after. But I'm giving these relatable examples because there's a time to observe, there's a time to be quiet. It was just the same way Jesus did. The first 30 years of Jesus, he wasn't healing anybody. He was minding his damn business and growing. The first miracle Jesus did, it was even his mother that had to tell him at the wedding, that guy, come, it's your time. And it was this, mommy, leave me alone. He said, no. I've left you for 30 years. It's your time to manifest. Like when you get to other countries, there's a time where you are studying the landscape so that the earth will yield its increase for you in that space. You can't go in like you are the mayor or you are the prime minister. Take it easy. Start how you should start. You don't need to start with a duplex. I remember when I first of all got here and then people were trying to sell me houses. Interestingly, I could conveniently have bought them. But I was just saying to myself that how do you get into a country? And in the first 3 months, you want to become landlord. Like you just want to buy a house, bang. Because the truth about the matter is that they will sell you the house in the US. They won't tell you the other bills that are attached to it. So every month you just say that you're paying thousands to government. So I first of all went to go and rent one bedroom first. Me and my Holy Spirit were in that beautiful luxury apartment, 1 bedroom. I was living large in my 1 bed, rolling from one end to the other on my bed. When I understood the country, I moved into a bigger apartment. But I didn't dive in here and say, I am the emotions doctor. Let me now show up and manifest with a G-Wagon, buy a house, let them know that I've arrived. I don't need to arrive. There's nobody chasing me anywhere. Like whether I buy a house or I buy a plane, I'm okay. It's not what I drive or what I wear. Like I am fine. So anywhere you are, just take it easy. Give yourself at least 5 years to breathe and recalibrate. And no matter your relationship status also, give yourself at least 5 years to breathe and recalibrate. I just need everybody to take it easy on themselves. Take it one day at a time. Stop stressing yourself over people posting on social media. A lot of people are lying, you know. I hope you know. Don't believe them. Oh. Don't believe them. Oh. You know, when people post, they post the beautiful part of their lives there. They don't come and tell you how somebody is punching them or harassing them or whatever. They post like honeymoon online. Oh. Online is honeymoon village. Oh. Online is honeymoon village, not reality. So please and please take your eyes away from those things. So they have edited, they have photoshopped, they have used filter to filter their lives to tell you the part you will like. You know me, I say it the way it is. And then if you're watching this live stream, please like the live stream. Just like it so that the algorithm will pick it. Just do me that favor. Just like this live stream that we are doing now. Just click on that thumb up. Just help me to like it. That's all. And then if you are a very kind person, please subscribe to the channel. But the bare minimum is that please help me to like it so that it can show other people. Because I'm tired of people saying, Edie, I'm depressed. Oh, I didn't know abroad was like this. My love, abroad is what it is. You will face racism. You think I don't face racism? There's a place where I work. I'm the only black person there. I don't know what they do to me, but I have chosen and decided not to see it. You know, sometimes when they start manifesting like this, I used to just wonder that all of people together say, if I can put you on my payroll and I won't feel it. I won't even feel it. But my love, you know, concern me. Anything they want to do, they should do it. As long as I'm minding my business and I'm trying so hard not to step on anybody's toe, everybody's okay. I work at several places. You think I don't see racism? In fact, they serve me racism safe. It doesn't bother me. In fact, they will intentionally not pronounce my name well. You think I correct them? No, I don't correct them. Anything you call it, it's okay. I'm not attaching anything to it. I don't have any ego title. It did not come me way. And I no, don't worry. Like you are not one of the people that I respond to. For me to respond, it's a lot of work. Normally, I will block you. For me to honor you with a response, you are important. So I don't give people that level of importance at all. I see racism daily. Daily, I see racism. So if you are complaining about racism, all of us see it. Oh. I see classism. I see sexism. You know, the fact that you're even a woman, they will now say, are you single? You know, I see that madness every day. Oh. Do you understand? All of us are saying it. So it's not as if you cannot understand. My love, I understand. Let me give you one good gist. Before I got my US passport, before I give you the gist, let me know, do you want to hear the gist? It's a very sweet story. You will like it. Just wait. Tell me in the comment section, should I tell you the gist? Have you also liked this video and have you subscribed? You know, I'm begging you. You know me, I'm begging you. There's no ego. All of us are pencils in the hands of the creator. Please, just like this video and subscribe. Talk to me in the comment section. Do you want to hear the gist? Just drop it because this gist is very sweet. It's tied to the UK. If you are in the UK, I have people in my mind. We're going to end in 5 minutes. Just wait. Do you want the gist? Good, you want the gist. Here's the gist. So, before I got my passport last year, in 2023, I applied to the UK embassy. What did they call them? Yeah, one UK for a 2-year visa. And then I think I paid $500 for the 2 years visa because I knew I was going to get my passport. So I paid $500 for the 2 years visa. The visa came out. I got it. I saw I had the visa, and then I just put it in my safe. A day to my trip, I brought out my passport, and I needed to like check in. So I brought out my passport, and then I flipped through my passport, only for me to see that even though I paid for 2 years visa, I was issued 6 months visa by the UK government. 6 months visa. I paid for 2 years. I was issued 6 months. There's no fear of God in that country, United Kingdom. You people are keeping malice with the Holy Spirit. I paid for 2 years. They gave me 6 months. So I saw it. I was so in shock. I'm like, 6 months visa is £100. 2 years visa is 350 pounds. I paid 350 pounds. Why are you giving me 6 months visa? So I emailed them and I introduced myself, sent a screenshot of whatever it was that they gave me, and I asked for an explanation. So they said, oh, in a response via email, that it's an error, that I should submit my passport so that they can effect the change. So I said to them, I can't submit my passport. So tomorrow is my flight. I just saw it. I didn't check it earlier because I knew I had a visa. I didn't know that you people could ever make any mistake of turning 2 years to 6 months. I didn't know that you people had capacity to change water to wine. So they now responded and said, oh, if I want to use it tomorrow, which was that tomorrow, that means that they are not going to change the date, whatever. I said, okay, no problem. Since 6 months visa is £100, 2 years visa is £350. Can I get my £250 back? They responded and said no, that they don't refund. Now that I have an American passport, if I was very petty now, I will email them back and then now begin one legal fight like that and I will still collect it because I have emails where whatever they did is not the will of God. But why did I give you that story? It's the fact that all of us experience wickedness. For all of you in the UK now, United Kingdom, I have you people in mind. You people scammed me when I was in Nigeria. Now that I'm an American, if I wanted to fight people now, an American and I'm in the military, you know that I now have weapons. So these are the reasons why we're the emotions doctor, where we choose peace. Where we choose peace and just say that these Lucifer's children, let's leave them. Let's leave them. Because if I carry UK now on my social media page and explain this thing and attach screenshots, I will now tag this lover, Instablog, Solomon Bucci, all the people who normally they like this kind of manifestation. They will say, ED. Somehow, United Kingdom scammed me of £250. People don't have the fear of God, nothing. But I'm giving you this testimony for you to know what we have gone through to become who we have become. I've never even shared this story outside. That's the price we pay, whether it's racism, it's sexism, it's misogyny, it's misandry, any English, we all experience it. Some of you here now, you live in the UK and your country is wicked to us. Your country is wicked to people like me who are children of God. People like me who are changing this world. People like me who are contributing peace to this peaceless world. You are still scamming us. I'm telling you, £250. If you give me £250 now, do you know what I'm capable of buying? Side mirror of private jets. I can buy. That £250 now, I can create a wedding and still have change. Just go to the courthouse, pay less than $15 there. And then you will still have change to have reception. But the 419 in the UK is the reason why we're here. I'm giving these testimonies and for you to know that you people really need to know what is really going on. All of us are going through different shades and colors. Different shades and colors, and we're just taking it one day at a time. I have forgiven the UK. I do not hold them in any unforgiveness. God said we should forgive those who trespass against us 70 times, 7 times. I don't need their visa again in life. So I've forgiven them. I've written, I've just poured the blood of Jesus on them. So anything you are going through, I need you to go and leave this place with a heart of joy. With a heart of joy, knowing fully well that the person who sent you ahead, let me tell you something, even if you traveled and you are not sure if God told you to relocate, don't worry about it. God is your father. It's not a wicked person. He wasn't waiting for you to catch you and to frustrate you and say, God doesn't do that kind of thing. God is not petty. He doesn't have mood swing, doesn't have bipolar, doesn't have any reason to prove himself to say, you didn't obey me, I will catch you. No. God is a good God, the God of David, the one who recalibrates, who gives you second chances. Do you understand? Go and hide yourself in him. Take it one day at a time. It's okay to cry. Wipe your tears and begin to sing. Sing about favor. Let your sound go around the world. Favor surrounds me. Say it every day. Go and listen to Lawrence Oyor's song. It's on YouTube. Favor, it surrounds me every day. Give yourself at least 5 years to cool down. Don't be in a hurry or rush. Don't worry about my mate, my mate. There's no mate anywhere. Mind your business. Mind your business, Africans in diaspora. Take it easy. Because people are screaming, I'm alone, oh, I'm lonely, oh, I'm alone. Oh. When we were in Nigeria, we were alone. In fact, that loneliness in Nigeria was even higher. You know why? It was even dark. No light. No light. Do you know what it is to be alone in your house in Nigeria without light? You will now hear chicken. You will hear cat. You may even hear dog bark. They will now round it off with ole, 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 ole. You now be locking your house. You'll be speaking in tongues. It's even better abroad, small. At least there's light. Even if you want to cry, you can see your eye in the mirror. At home, it's darkness. So rig, ability they call that in transformer, may not even work for months. You will now not see fuel. If you now buy the fuel, it's adulterated fuel, it will now spoil your engine. At least internet is working where you are. In all things, give thanks. That's the instruction, and we will follow it. At least UK gave me 6 months visa, even though I paid for 2 years. If they didn't give me, we are dealing with things, but we take it one day at a time, and we find a reason to be happy. I am telling you, if you are single, at least is single, you are single. It's not that you snatch anybody's husband. At least you can sleep at night and not see anybody calling your name at night to poison you or to even beat you up or to even kill you. No. If you are separated or divorced, it means that you are going to remarry. Fresh oil, new wine skin. Now you are remarrying with maturity. Your head is now correct. Do you understand? Your head is now correct. All those decisions you made before, you now know how to make better decisions. Life is now easier. I'm telling you, because now you now marry somebody with money. All those poverty-driven love that you were doing before, now you are now entering your rest. After you have suffered a while, the scripture that said, then will I establish and strengthen you. Do you understand? Take it easy. People should take it easy. No more ring light and crying. Indians are looking for a way out. Nigerians must look for a way out. Africans must look for a way out. Take it easy. And remember to like this video. I'm begging you. And subscribe and share this video with other Africans in diaspora. We cannot be crying every day. You don't need 3 square meal. Lose weight. There's a time to gain weight. There's a time to lose weight. I lost weight in the barracks. I'm still losing weight. It's not bothering me. I even like the weight. Anytime I see myself in the mirror like this, I'm speaking in touch with role model. Givenchy, Gucci. Now, what I'm supposed to be doing now is modeling. Let my skin be restored. Let the glory of my skin come back. It's all over for you, Ibu. People should take it easy. There's no reason to be fat. Say, I've not even eaten today. You will eat. Don't worry. Somebody was asking me, what do I think about Gary and Granite? I said, Gary and Granite is dessert. I have it in my house. It's dessert. I eat it when I want, when I'm led. Say, people call it poverty food. I say, it's the people who do have money that are still classist. We that we have money, we don't even know what food they call it. It's the people who do have money that are still saying, I say, me, I have Gary and Granite in my house. Me that I even grill plantain and do boli and epa. In this house, it's an African house. And we give God praise. I still ate akara in my house today. People need to start small in other people's countries, so except for a celebrity's daughter, and your father is like DJ Copy's father. If it's your money you are spending, take it easy. If you have above $2 million, anything you want to buy, go and buy it. If your money says $2 million, take it easy. Because you will just enter debt. Every time you work, you are using it to pay your debt. Take it easy. Because people are abroad trying to replicate their Nigerian lifestyle. I remember when I came, they were trying to sell me a house. I don't want to buy a house. So, somebody of your caliber. It's me, you want to be whiny. I have a degree in psychology, my love. Stop it. You think I don't know what you are doing? Psychology of sales. We studied it in school. I went to collect 1-bedroom flat at a luxury place, paying $2,000, enjoying my life monthly. Taking it one day at a time, bought my car in cash, 10K, paid $10K, $10,000, moved it. Every month, people will be paying car loan. I didn't used to pay jack. I rocked the car for 2.5 years, sold it after, bought another one. That was 27,000 something. Paid, moved on with my life. People should take it easy. If you know how many people are trying to, you have made it. Say, don't worry about me making it. Don't worry. Don't worry at all. Most of the time, 95% of the time, I fly business class. But before I fly the business class, I know how to adjust my money. I can conveniently buy the ticket. So don't be deceived. I've worked hard. But my love, before you know it now, you will just think that maybe it's my mate that's entering private jets. You will go and get one. So let me pay for private jet. I can afford it. I can afford it. One day, you will see your bank balance. People should take it easy. You don't need wig. Before I even left Nigeria, I was already on my dreads because I can't even understand people putting things on their head. Is it that your hair doesn't sweat? I don't know, but I don't like load on my head. Thankfully, I already cut my hair. I was doing dress peacefully. People will be trying to sell wig here. $500. What's going on? Wig that during bedroom activities they will pull, it will fall. Is it not that same wig that they will be pulling? I'm like, you should just avoid me, please. I don't have a problem with wig, but if you don't need wigs, don't bother. Don't bother. You are not an influencer or whatever. If they are not dashing you that wig, because that's the same wig that they use to pull women when they are doing their bedroom exercise. All of us are adults, so we know what I'm saying. Is it not that wig that they pull? Me, I don't have hair that anybody will pull before they injure me. Or go and give you brain concussion or something. Before somebody will go and run mad. Because we wore wig. My love, I hope with these few points of mine, everybody's on the same page. Don't go and run mad. If you know how many people every day are trying to sell me something, when you go buy now, you can afford it. I say, everybody's eye is doing cho on your money. Take it easy. Before you say $500,000 is small, 1 million is small, 2 million is small. You will just see that by the end of the month, you have conveniently spent $10,000, $15,000. Do $15,000 in 12 places. That's almost like how much in a year? That's like $250,000. That's $250,000. And then when will you become a millionaire with that kind of habit? So I need all of you to please take it easy. EQ House of Africa sent me to you that Africans in diaspora, one day at a time, let's round off. Remember what I said. When you move abroad, you need at least 5 years to calm down. At least 5 years. It may be more than 5. Don't worry about it. You are on the clock of God. You are on the clock of God. You are on the clock of God. At least 5 years. So in that 5 years, remember there will be a time where things will be quiet and it will be like wilderness. Don't worry about it. There's also a price to pay. You may have to do jobs that on a normal day you will not do. Pay your bills. That's the most important thing. Nobody else needs to know what's going on. Number 2 is that all of us experience racism, sexism, every zim. We experience it. We just don't say it. You think it's everything that happens to me in life I can come and tell you on social media. I cannot say it. The ones I will tell you on social media are good ones. I'll come and tell you that one of my whatever was racist. I'll come and say it. You want Instablog to carry it and then my guy will see it. No. We're going through stuff, but we mind our damn business. And we just show you pictures. So see how my color changed, power changed hands with my skin because I was at the barracks. Is it this age that I'm supposed to be going to the barracks? But that's the price I had to go and pay for my passport. Everybody at that barracks knew that I wasn't supposed to be there. You know the reason why? When I spray perfume, my perfumes are like $600, $700. When I spray it, everybody's like, Alabi has passed. Everybody knew me by my perfume. They knew me by my wristwatch. They knew me by my shoes. Because all my shoes were designer, my wristwatch was designer, my perfume was designer. And I didn't mean any harm. That's what I had. But I did not know that I needed to pipe down. That's what is in my house. So I just carried the things I had at home to the barracks. It was when I go to the barracks that I was like, it's a Banana Island move. Oh. I'm telling you, they knew me by my perfume, by my wristwatch, by my shoes, by the fact that this guy is not supposed to be here. And there's some of them that knew me on social media. That's the worst part. We're with a celebrity. But the celebrity had to pay that kind of price to be in class with 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 year olds. There are awesome people, I like them and stuff, but I had to pay that damn price. And then I've gotten everything that I need to get, and I'm minding my business now and doing the work that the government gave to me. Take it one day at a time. Please say that to yourself. I will take it one day at a time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. I'll see you on Friday again. Please turn your notifications on. I have something fantastic for Africans in diaspora on Friday. Show up here live this same time on Friday. Please put your notifications on. Please tell your friends. Please subscribe. Please like the channel. Anything that you can do, please do. Support. Would appreciate it so much. And I'll see you on Friday. How was this for you? Talk to me in the comment section before we leave. How was this for you? Just talk to me in the comment section. Take it one day at a time, baby. Just take it one day at a time. Even in Nigeria, take it one day at a time. Like sometimes people calculate in the next 5 years. I know, I got you. Take it one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. It is the person that is well that can be having a 5-year plan. Take it one day at a time. In fact, the fact that you are going out and coming in are blessed or is blessed, that's a serious testimony. You take off and you land. It's a testimony. You take it one day at a time. You will be planning your lives as if you are the one who created yourself. Somebody asked me one day, what's your 5-year plan? I said, have you ever seen me on social media? Write 5-year plan. Do I look like somebody that is that serious in life? I say, avoid me, please. People should carry your motivation and go. My plan is a year plan every year. Every year we show up. 5-year plan. The only 5-year plan I have is my will. After that, I don't have anything else. I have my will. My will. What should happen to me when I'm no longer here? That's the only 5-year plan I have. Anything else, I'm not that serious. Maybe people have taken my life personal and said, it is very serious, but it's not really true. I plan my year yearly, what must happen every year, and I hand it over to God. Let us be deceiving ourselves with 5-year plan. You don't know if you're going to sit at home in the next 1 year. Take it easy. My tribe members, I see you. I see consultant Maureen Cages in the house. My community manager is here, Dolapo. I see Mrs. Ronke Gbadibo. I see, where is my Kata baby? Richie. I see awesome people. Thank you, Emanuela. Thank you, Maple Crest. Thank you, Yinka. Thank you, Uche Ayomiko. Thank you to all the awesome people. Miriam Dosumu, I see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you on Friday. Please put your notification on. Let's keep the gist going. We need ourselves. That's the most important thing. Africans in diaspora, we need ourselves. We need ourselves to remind ourselves that we did the right thing and we should keep fighting for ourselves and we should keep showing up. I see you, Onyeye. We should keep showing up and just being there. I see you, Abiola, and just being there. You made the right decision. Don't worry about it. Nigeria will be fine. You can always go back when you have sorted yourself out. But the reason why you relocated, face it. Just face it and get your job done. So thank you so much. I will see you. I see you, Mama BC, all of you. Thank you so much. I will see you on Friday. Please turn your notifications on. EQ House of Africa cares about you, Africans in diaspora, and will keep showing up for you, keep investing in you, and keep letting you know that you deserve emotional stability. You are paying a price for relocation. You are paying a price for restarting your life, and all of us are paying the price. So we have to be together in one accord, united in a community to say, we got this and we'll keep it going. So do have a restful night. I will see you on Friday. Thank you, EQ House of Africa, for bringing this to us. Thank you to my team members that are in the house. Thank you, and I will see you on Friday. Remember to turn your notifications on because the gist on Friday is solid. And then if you are single, it's close to Valentine. I may even have somebody to dash you, maybe like 2 men per woman. So that you will pick. Bye. Bye.